Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE 2K14 Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you're watching Friday Night SmackDown. We are on, I believe, the 50th episode of this season, so wow, isn't that great? I forget how long they take to introduce Rey Mysterio. There you go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by from San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds.
Audio is skipping again. I hate technology. I hate it. I know that this audio problem that I get from time to time in these recordings is because the PS3 is just the biggest, fattest pain in the ass of a console to record from, because they put HDCP on it so you can't use an HDMI, and components are such bad cables. And I know that's exactly why the audio is cutting. So I do apologize for. I don't even think you hear it, but it bugs the hell out of me. Anyway, we got a Money in the Bank qualifier kicking off SmackDown here tonight. Chris Jericho set to go one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. God, I don't want to nitpick. I really don't like the way they do his entrance in this game, though. It's really silly. Why does the lights go out after his music hits? Doesn't make sense.
And approaching the ring, accompanied by the Big Show from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 231 pounds, Chris Jericho.
It actually looks kind of cursed seeing him in those tights. I forgot that was an attire I'd actually set up, because obviously I used all of the Superstar Heads attires that were available. Wow, it's a really strange sight, isn't it? That's very unusual. Anyway, Chris Jericho with Big Show in his corner set to face off against Rey Mysterio with his partner Sin Cara in his corner. If this were a tag match, I'd have to give this one up to Jericho, but in singles competition, I think anything goes here. All I know is one of these two will be joining the 4 confirmed participants in the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. Just next month. A few weeks to go until that big one. Why? Wait a minute! Why? He's only at ringside. Sin Cara, are you that picky? Won't even be in the corner of his tag team partner without changing the lighting. That has got to be one of the silliest things I've seen. Well, anyway, Chris Jericho starting this one off quickly in control, and this is a very important opportunity for Chris Jericho here. It's an opportunity to bounce back, get his career kind of more on track with where he feels he should be. Obviously, they lost the World Tag Team Championships to Undertaker and Kane, and Jericho's been very vocal about how unfair it was that a pair like that was even put into the tag team division and immediately given a World Tag Team title opportunity. And let me know if you agree with Chris Jericho on this, because I do actually think he has somewhat of a point that Undertaker and Kane were kind of hot-shotted into the World Tag Team Championship match. They hadn't actually ever worked as a tag team until the day they won the championships. So I do kind of understand where Chris Jericho is coming from, but of course this man just doesn't shut the hell up, and his complaints, and I think everybody's just sick of it. Everyone's just sick of hearing it. Shut up, Chris Jericho. I'm gonna punch you in the face, Michael Cole. Says Jerry Lawler, not me. Well, obviously in the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match, we know that we'll be seeing CM Punk, Sheamus, Robert Scorpio, and Ryback all competing for the Money in the Bank briefcase in just a few weeks' time, middle of next month, middle of July, here in the year that is 2012. But one of these two will join that match, Rey Mysterio or Chris Jericho. And I think these two really add an interesting dynamic to that matchup. Obviously CM Punk and Robert Scorpio, both kind of in that same class as these two. But, you know, you got big guys like Ryback and Sheamus in there. And is that Eddie's music? Where? Eddie Guerrero? Well, Jericho just locked in the walls of Jericho. Why is Eddie Guerrero's music playing? Well, here he comes. Okay. I don't really understand why he'd come out now. It doesn't seem like anyone is happy to see him. I don't actually understand the animation in this game for when there's an interference. It seems like no one ever wants it. Actually, it seems like Ray's where it's like Code Breaker. The cover attempt off the Code Breaker, and Sin Cara now up on the ropes. And Eddie Guerrero, of course, crossed Rey Mysterio once again. I think it was last Saturday on Superstars. It might have been the Superstars before that. I don't remember because it's been like 2 months in between when I last did any of this and now. And of course, Sin Cara and Eddie getting into it on the outside. Jericho's still got Big Show in his corner. Things are not looking good for Rey Mysterio. 3-on-2 right now in this situation. Big Show and Sin Cara just in the ring, but Rey taps out. Well, that was a mess. It was the Sin Cara lighting, I tell you. That lighting will cause some serious accidents in the ring to happen. Well, Jericho joins the Money in the Bank ladder match, and here's everybody's favorite victory animation. But yes, I was going to say, obviously Eddie ran out and attacked Rey Mysterio, making it clear that things aren't finished between the two of them on Superstars. CM Punk actually doubled back, got in the ring, and attacked Eddie Guerrero, stuck up for Rey Mysterio, and much to the request of many viewers, we have listened, and this Saturday on Superstars tomorrow night, CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero will main event Superstars against each other. So it's interesting to see Eddie still trying to pick a fight with Rey here, but I think he may have effectively cost him his spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, perhaps.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from the United Kingdom, Robert Scorpio.
Well, Robert Scorpio, one of the 5 now confirmed participants in the Money in the Bank ladder match. It'll take place just 3 weeks from this Sunday. He's set to face off against Sheamus. This is one of the toughest challenges I think this guy will have ever gone through. But they are both confirmed participants for the Money in the Bank ladder match, and obviously Money in the Bank is the name of the game, is what it's all about right now. This is a huge opportunity for Robert Scorpio to make his mark and, you know, be known, be heard, be recognized. Can he beat Sheamus? I don't know about that one. I'm gonna be honest. At first glance, I'm not so sure.
Approaching the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 272 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Sheamus, of course, means business. This man recently lost his European Championship. No thanks to JBL getting involved. Oh wait, no, what am I saying? No, never mind that. I was thinking of the Money in the Bank qualifier, where JBL helped Sheamus qualify. So never mind what I was just saying. That didn't make any sense in the context of what I'm talking about, fella. This is going to be a real tough match for Robert Scorpio, a former World Heavyweight Champion. So here we go. To the millions of coal miners who are tuning in right now. Who are you? Are you real? Punch you in the face. There it is. There's the quote. I referenced that at the start of this episode. And then he delivered. He gave it all. He gave it to us. To everyone that wanted it, there it is. Sheamus very much in control of Scorpio straight away. And I gotta say, unfortunately, I'm not too surprised with the way this one has already started out. It's very much what you can expect in this matchup, I would say. I mean, no disrespect to Scorpio. I mean, he's done some impressive stuff in the past. I don't... What? Wait, was he... part of the team that ended Sheamus's reign as World Tag Team Champion? Because if he was, then I need to eat my words in that case. I like that if you search Just Jitch Wiki on Google, it autocorrects it to Justice. No, my name is my channel name is Just Jitch. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Wikipedia. I mean Google. Wikia was what I was thinking of. No, they weren't the team that defeated the Celtic Cross. That was a combination of CM Punk and Kane, actually, that won the World Tag Team Championships from the Celtic Cross. Scorpio and his now retired partner won the World Tag Team Championships from the Power Trip. That was about a year ago, actually. How much Scorpio has changed in a year. How far he has come. Back on SmackDown now after having dropped in the rankings quite a bit in the past. Perhaps trying to get a count-out victory over Sheamus. That could be a smart way to do it, honestly. Sheamus, I believe, still holds the record for the longest World Heavyweight Championship reign in history. I don't think Triple H broke that record. I think he got fairly close. Should probably look that up too whilst I'm here. I'm pretty sure Sheamus still holds that record. I don't think anyone has touched it. Sheamus hasn't been World Heavyweight Champion in quite a long time now. I think over a year. 154 days Sheamus was World Heavyweight Champion for. Yeah, Triple H, second place, longest reign, 119, tied Brock Lesnar to the exact number, 119 days as World Heavyweight Champion. Sheamus not only holds the record for the longest World Heavyweight Championship reign, but the longest World Tag Team Championship reign, and the record for the most European Championship reigns. 3 separate occasions Sheamus has held that championship. Every title this man has ever held, he's just set a record in, and Scorpio looking to get the White Tiger Bomb on Sheamus, drops him down. Has he just beat Sheamus? Holy hell, he almost did. That would have been huge. Scorpio's biggest victory to date was a victory over Edge, which is what got him to qualify for Money in the Bank, and since then, he seems to be rolling with a little bit more momentum than I'm used to seeing Scorpio possess. He's doing everything he can to take Sheamus down. I mean, it's been an admirable effort so far. I really thought the White Tiger Bomb there was actually going to be the finish of the match. That would have been just absolutely huge for Robert Scorpio, but it looks like perhaps Sheamus now thinking Scorpio is finished here. Cover attempt, just a 1. Strikes there from Sheamus and a reversal into a big elbow. Sheamus in control once again now. He needs that elbow-based offense that we all know Sheamus for so well. Slammed down onto the mat. Scorpio and Sheamus tying up. They seem very evenly matched right now. Hard to believe, but Scorpio really trying to prove that he is not the underdog in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'd say him and CM Punk are definitely 2 people that would really benefit from the Money in the Bank briefcase. Another one would obviously be Ryback, who has not held a singles championship since the now retired Hardcore title. He's the final holder of, and oh, Sheamus almost got the victory. That would have been a very underwhelming finish there. We all know if it's going to be an underwhelming finish, it might as well be a submission, because this is Season 4. Irish Curse Backbreaker, that's got to be it. Yep, there you go. Well, I think Scorpio had a pretty good showing here, but unfortunately, Sheamus not even having to bust out a brogue kick or a high cross. This man is a former World Heavyweight Champion, and I think him, he's definitely got to be the odds-on favorite right now in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I would say if anyone at all is the favorite to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, you are looking at him right there. However, it is a ladder match, and that will play effect in the match. That will change things up just a little bit, because it's not about who's the strongest. It's not even about who's the best. It's about who is the most tactical in grabbing that briefcase at just the right time. As we now move on to our next match. Well, this is it. This is for the final spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and this is a very interesting one because we have been told that basically it comes down to this. If JBL or Mark Henry win this match in this tag team Money in the Bank qualifier, there is only one spot remaining, and the way that this is going to work is very unusual. We've never seen anything like this before. But the way this will work is if JBL and Henry win, then they will face each other next week in a double stakes European Championship Money in the Bank qualifier. Obviously, those two do not see eye to eye right now. JBL got involved in the Money in the Bank qualifier between Mark Henry and Sheamus, and he cost Henry the match. Henry went on to show that without JBL's interference and attempt at heavy air quotes here, help, he was able to defeat Sheamus and win the European Championship. And that was a match that also featured Ray and Eddie Guerrero in it as well. So Henry is not too interested in teaming with JBL tonight, but obviously there is a huge opportunity on the line.
From Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the European champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
However, because of the way that they played things out in the system and a mutual agreement between them, if the team of Edge and Christian are to win this match here tonight, then Edge will be added as the final participant in the Money in the Bank match right away, as SmackDown had to kind of change things up here. Normally we see a second chance, that kind of last shot match from time to time for the Money in the Bank qualifiers. And obviously all four men involved in this, they've had their shot and they've lost, so this is another opportunity for these four men. But the issue at hand here is that everyone knows now Edge and Christian will not fight each other, and they have both said that Edge will be the next Money in the Bank winner. So they have every intention of, I'd imagine, rigging a fatal four-way and Edge winning that one. So instead, this tag team match had to be made on the spot.
At a total combined weight of 468 pounds, Edge and Christian.
Christian, the Intercontinental Champion, thanks to Edge and a very big scheme they pulled off. Bret Hart says he really doesn't know if he wants anything to do with these two as much as he wants his championship back. But he does have something bigger in mind. And for those of you that are wondering what I mean by him having something bigger in mind, fresh off the back of his World Heavyweight Championship victory, we saw Damien Sandow suffer a loss to Bret Hart one-on-one in a champion v champion matchup. That was Sandow's first match back after taking a long time off and obviously cashing in his briefcase. And because of that, Bret Hart says, perhaps I shouldn't even focus on getting a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. I hold a pinfall victory over the World Heavyweight Champion. Maybe I should just pursue that instead. Obviously, right now there is a few people involved with the World Heavyweight Championship, and I've got a huge announcement regarding the World Heavyweight Championship and Money in the Bank that I'll be sure to announce later on in the night. Speaking of the champion, he'll be in action up next as he faces off against John Cena. That'll be a very tough challenge for Damien Sandow, I'd imagine. And then two men who have equally got it out for him right now. I'm, of course, talking about Randy Orton and Triple H. They'll be facing off against each other in the main event. But this is not a contenders match, this main event tonight. This will be Triple H's first match back after he crashed the World Heavyweight Championship main event last week on SmackDown, taking out both Damien Sandow and Randy Orton. And believe it or not, because the bell rung, that counted as an official defense for the World Heavyweight Champion Damien Sandow. Oh, and then I just sneezed my headphones straight off my head. So now I can't hear anything. There we go. Oh. That's a big sneeze. My audio is all kinds of fucked up right now. Well, it's not as bad as it has been. Actually, I think I might just be getting a bit of interference. I do have my phone right near me, though. Well, I noticed that so far in this matchup, there has been no attempt at tagging in Mark Henry. And Mark Henry has, in fact, not even stood on the tag side of the ring. And by that, what I mean is, you know, you got to stay in the turnbuckle. There's a little rope. It's called a tag rope. For those that have never seen it before, you got to hold that. You can't make a tag without being hung onto the tag rope. And Mark Henry is literally in the center of the ring right now. Well, I mean, the center of the apron. So, I mean, it's an interesting choice here. Mark Henry has said he is very open to the idea of facing JBL for the European Championship after JBL cost him so majorly. JBL says it was an accident. He came out with the intention of helping Mark Henry win the Money in the Bank qualifier, and things just didn't work out. It certainly didn't seem that way to me. It seemed like JBL perhaps didn't want Mark Henry in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which is strange. These two have been associates for a little while. Flapjack takes down JBL. Christian now making another tag to Edge. And this is actually, believe it or not, the first time we've seen these two team in quite a few months, as they initially said they would deprive us of the combination of these two as a tag team, say that we don't deserve it. JBL having a hard time here, and it's not really a surprise. I mean, this is Edge and Christian, the greatest WWE Tag Team Champions in history, arguably. They've been a very impressive combination in the past, and obviously they're not exactly having a hard time right now with everything kind of lining up in their favor. Mark Henry seems to be very much playing into their hand and just letting them dominate JBL. I don't know how JBL's going to get into this match at this point and turn things around. JBL, the longest reigning WWE champion in history right now. Held that championship just about a week or two shy of half a year. It was very impressive WWE champion. Some great matches during his reign. Not a lot of people like the way that JBL rose to the top, and I'm definitely one of those people. Mark Henry really just seems to be standing idly by. I don't know how to explain this, other than that there doesn't seem to be any intention of actually helping JBL. Kill switch from the Intercontinental Champion Christian. And Christian could very well get Edge his spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match by pinning JBL right now. Cover here. Henry, no rush to get in there and help JBL, but JBL's able to kick out at 2. And you can't count this former WWE champion out. As I said before, JBL, the record-setting WWE champion right now, he still holds that record. Rock would have to hold the title for at least like another 100 days to catch up to JBL's and overtake him.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far.
Much like Sheamus's World Heavyweight Championship reign, two great world title reigns. So far, I feel like JBL's had a hard time kind of getting himself moving on SmackDown here. I feel like things haven't really worked out in his favor. And again, you can see the frustration. Mark Henry walked very casually away from the corner as JBL ran over for the tag, and this man is busted open. He's beaten up. The final spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match is at risk here. And the crazy thing is, it seems like Mark Henry is very much saying, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to let this one slide. Which, I mean, in that case, that's also going to cost Mark Henry. The guy's not going to get to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And what are they chanting? Christian? Drop kick to JBL. I don't think JBL's got any hope of winning this matchup.
Each of these shoulders down.
Cover attempt here on JBL, and again another kick out.
And that punch lands hard.
This tag team matchup, this final Money in the Bank qualifier. Okay, here we go. Season 4, baby. Season 4. There it is. Season 4 and it up with this one. Well, Mark Henry didn't even try to help JBL. And just like that, Edge joins Chris Jericho as two people who have qualified and now completed the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. We've got our full lineup now. As in the order they qualified, it will be CM Punk, Sheamus, Robert Scorpio, Ryback, Chris Jericho, and Edge in that 6-man Money in the Bank ladder match with a guaranteed World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. Edge says that the World Heavyweight Championship has haunted him for a long time thanks to that briefcase. It's his time to get his hands on it and do that damage to someone else. And I guess we'll see if that is. Speaking of the World Heavyweight Champion, Damien Sandow is in action up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. From West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, John Cena.
Well, you got a feel for the World Heavyweight Champion Damien Sandow. The guy is crafty, the guy is talented, but SmackDown is full of absolute stars. From the World Tag Team Champions Undertaker and Kane to, John Cena, Triple H, Randy Orton, Bret Hart, Edge Christian.
And approaching the ring, from Palo Alto, California, weighing 247 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Sandow.